Good morning, everyone. Okay, so in the last class, we have started with this chapter, How do State Government Work? And in this chapter, we were covering all the three important organs of the state government. The first organ was executive, in which we have read in the last video regarding governor, chief minister, and the council of minister, their roles and functions about themselves. Today, we are moving to the second organ of the state government, which is very important. That is our legislature wing. Okay. Now, so now first of all, what is the legislature? Legislature is one in which the government make laws. They take day-to-day decisions. That is called as a state legislature. Okay. Now we will talk about that every state has different kind of legislature. Some have unicameral legislature, which is given over here, and there are certain states which have bicameral legislature. Okay. Unicameral legislature is one in which a state government have only one house. That is, they have only Vidhan Sabha, they do not have Vidhan Parishad. Okay. They have only one house, that is Vidhan Sabha. That is why it is called as unicameral legislature. Uni means one. Then there are certain states. There are 6 states in India: Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, and Uttar Pradesh. These 6 states have both the houses. They have Vidhan Sabha also and they have Vidhan Parishad also. So they are called as bicameral legislature. Bi means two. They have both the houses. They have Vidhan Sabha also and they have Vidhan Parishad also. Rajasthan have unicameral legislature because we have only Vidhan Sabha. We do not have Vidhan Parishad. Okay. So first of all, we will talk about Vidhan Sabha and then we will talk about Vidhan Parishad. Now, Vidhan Sabha, as you all know, it is called as Legislative Assembly and its members are chosen by the way of elections and they are called as MLAs. Okay, they are called as MLAs, that is members of Legislative Assembly. Its member cannot be less than 60 but cannot be more than 500 members. Okay, its members may vary between 60 to 500 members. Then we will talk about presiding officers. We have already discussed this, that our Vidhan Sabha, in Vidhan Sabha there is a speaker and a deputy speaker. When the elections are done and when the members of assembly are chosen, then 2 people out of these members are chosen as, the one person is chosen as a speaker and another person is chosen as a deputy speaker. Okay, and they have many roles and functions. For example, they are responsible for conducting the meetings. They are responsible to decide the agenda of the meeting. They are also responsible to decide that whether the bill which has been represented into the assembly is a money bill or an ordinary bill. Then a speaker will decide. Okay, and also if any member misbehaves in the assembly, then a speaker has the power to advise him to leave the house. Okay, him or her to leave the house. Okay, because he is responsible for conducting the meeting. Okay. Now there are certain special kind of condition arises sometimes in the assembly. For example, whenever there is a bill is presented and all the assembly members are voting for it, and tie happens, in a situation of tie, when 50% of members are supporting the bill and 50% of members are against the bill, then what will happen? In that condition, a speaker may give the vote. Although a speaker and deputy speaker is not allowed to give the vote, but in this kind of condition a speaker may give the vote. Okay, and his verdict and his vote will decide that whether the bill will be passed or not passed. Okay, this is called as casting vote. Okay, so the speaker will give the vote only this kind of tie breaking conditions only. Then what is the term of the Vidhan Sabha? The Vidhan Sabha has a term of 5 years and after every 5 years the members will be changed by the way of elections. Now the sessions. Every Vidhan Sabha must have at least 2 sessions and the difference between 2 sessions cannot be more than 6 months. So after every 6 months they must have a meeting, and in the meeting 1/10 of the members should be present. Okay, if 1/10 of the member, the total number of members are not present, the meeting cannot be conducted. So 1/10 of the member of the legislative assembly should be present in the meeting, then only the meeting will be proceeded. This is called as quorum. Okay, this is called as, the term given to this thing is called as quorum, in which at least 1/10 of the members should be present in order to conduct a meeting. So we have talked about Vidhan Sabha. Now we will talk about the Vidhan Parishad. Now Vidhan Parishad, which is also called as, Legislative Council, and its members are called as members of Legislative Council, MLCs. Okay. Now regarding its member cannot be less than 40, and its member cannot exceed the 1/3 of the member of Legislative Assembly. Okay. Its member cannot exceed the 1/3 member of the Legislative Assembly. Okay, so this is the composition of the Vidhan Parishad. Now, as you all know, that in Vidhan Sabha, the members are chosen by the local people by the way of voting. Okay, in elections, all these people are winning from certain areas, and this is how they are chosen. But the scenario in Vidhan Parishad is totally different. The composition is different, and the members are chosen by different ways, which has been given here on this page. 1/3 of the members are chosen by the assembly. Okay, 1/3 member of the Vidhan Parishad are chosen by the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, 1/3 of the members are chosen by the local bodies. Okay, local bodies like, for example, municipal panchayat or corporation or local panchayat, their members, their people will choose the 1/3 member of the council. 1/12 member of the legislative council are elected by the teachers who are teaching in secondary schools, government secondary schools. Okay, then the 1/12 member of the council are elected by the graduates of any government university. Okay, and the rest of the 1/6 members are chosen by the governor. Yes, they are directly chosen by the governor, and the governor chooses those people who have certain kind of specialization. They have achieved in the field of art, literature, or science. Those people will be chosen by the governor directly. So this is how the composition is decided. Then who is the presiding officer? Uh, who is the presiding officer of the Vidhan Parishad? The presiding officer of the Vidhan Parishad is chairperson and deputy chairperson, which we have talked in the flowchart also. The functions and the powers are similar to those of a speaker and a deputy speaker, which we have talked in legislative assembly. So the role is different, the role is same, but only the name have been changed. Okay, the name have been changed as chairperson and deputy chairperson. So among the members of the Vidhan Parishad, one person is chosen as a chairperson, and one person chosen as a deputy chairperson. Now the term, okay, Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad or Legislative Council is called as a permanent house. Permanent house, why? Because like an assembly, their members are not, they do not, their term are not expired after 5 years, but their term is 6 years. That is why it is called as permanent house. एंड ऑल द मेंबर्स कैन नॉट गो आउट. ओके, सारे मेंबर्स का एक साथ में टर्मिनेशन नहीं होता है, धीरे धीरे टर्मिनेशन होता है. दैट इज वाई इस यहाँ पे हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ मेंबर्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं. दैट इज वाई विधान परिषद को परमानेंट हाउस भी कहा जाता है. विधानसभा को परमानेंट हाउस इसलिए नहीं कहते हैं क्योंकि 5 साल में सारे मेंबर्स चेंज होते हैं, पर यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है. यहाँ पे हर साल कुछ कुछ मेंबर्स चेंज होते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई द विधान परिषद इज कॉल्ड एज अ परमानेंट हाउस. नाउ व्हाट आर द क्वालिफिकेशंस? इफ अ पर्सन वांट टू बी अ मेंबर ऑफ विधान सभा or Vidhan Parishad, then what are the qualification a person must have? The first is he should be a citizen of India. Second is, to become the member of Vidhan Sabha, a person must have an age of 25. And if a person want to become a member of Vidhan Parishad, then its age must be 30 years. Okay. We have certain more points also on the next page. He or she should not hold any office of profit. Okay, if he chooses to become the member of Vidhan Sabha or Vidhan Parishad, then he cannot work anywhere else. Okay, he cannot get any kind of remuneration or salary from any other institution. And lastly, his or her name should be on the voters list. Okay, his or her name should be on the voter list. So in this video we have talked about Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. In the next class, in the next video, we will talk about the functions of the legislature. Okay, thank you so much.